My background in photography, I really don't have a background in photography. And I never thought I would be taking a photography class.
My only background with photography is taking pictures of my children when they were babies. But then as they got older and bigger, the pictures stopped.
I used to buy cameras and stuff and take pictures. When I took a photography class, it might have been like in junior high school.
I've always taken pictures. I was like the family photographer, the friends photographer. You know, I was the one always with the camera.
Well, my father was a photographer. All the time that we were growing up, he was always taking pictures of us and always developing film in one of the closets. So photography was always all around our family.
I came to Queensbridge in 1977.
I've been in Queensbridge for more than 40 years.
I've lived in Queensbridge for 50 years.
I've been living in Queensbridge for 64 years.
I'm originally from Queensbridge. I've been here all my life, 65 years. Queensbridge has changed dramatically. The scenery has changed, the atmosphere has changed, the people has changed, everything has changed. I hope it's changing for the better, but who knows? You know, I was born, raised here, single mother, you know, I have a sister, older sister. You know, I just enjoy it. You know, it's a nice place, you know.
My father got an apartment in Queensbridge because he was in the military. I think that it was first built for veterans, families, you know, to get a start. Went to PS1 that used to be an elementary school that is now the MoMA PS1 Museum. You watch the neighborhood change.
I have learned that Queensbridge has gone from one degree to a next. And in each one of those degrees, from bad to worse to worse to good to better, each one of those degrees has brought me closer to the people and my community.
The photos I enjoy taking are pictures of my family, and I take a lot of landscape photos. I love taking photos in the park, different parks, the trees and the animals that happen to be there, the water, the river.
I enjoyed taking all kinds of photos of people, photos of things, photos of shapes and colors and shadows. And photos, I'm always doing crafts and artwork, and I take photos of that. If I can't send the actual thing to many people in the family, they can see a picture of it.
It plays a role as a griot. You know, you're telling your history, your family, you know, what you've been through, you know, what you've been doing, who's in your life.
I like it because, you know, you can take different photos of people, different things of people, different, you know, pictures, outdoor sceneries, you know, landscape, animals.
Through the FSTOP project, I've noticed I'm more of an architectural photographer. I like the details of buildings or just the different looks of them that you can bring in a picture. I'm more of a scenic person. I love scenery. And I love black and white. Love black and white pictures. I was like, they really grabbed me.
Before, I would just look at something and say, oh, okay, that's it. But now when I look at things, I examine every little part of the object, every little piece of the item. I want to see it inside and out. I want to see it laying on its side, standing up straight, tilted. I want to be able to capture the picture in every view that's possible.
The FSTOP project changed the way that I see, because with photography, you can do such amazing things. You know, when I first started taking pictures, you know, I would just look at the picture initially. But when I started taking this class, it made made me really stop, examine the photo, don't just look at it quickly, because there's so much you can be missing. There's so many interesting things within the picture if you just take the time to look at it.
I mostly enjoy going outside with the instructors. When we first started, they, gave us our cameras, which I was like so happy to get. And then they would take us outside and we would go around the neighborhood and they would give us a subject.
Through taking pictures and sending it to Nicole and Robin and how they put it together and show us how it works out. It's really amazing.
I learned how to use my little camera a little bit better. Not just using it on automatic, using the different focuses and the lenses.
The classes at the F-Stop opened up, especially to the modern techniques of photography. And also it's a really, really fun time to do it in a shared environment where, we learn from each other. The people in the F-Stop class, we learn from each other, we encourage each other.
We would discuss with the class the pictures that we had taken. And it was like so interesting and so fun to see all of the photos that different people in the class had taken, because what I think is something that's very, very important or fun was totally opposite of what someone else may have thought was totally, fun. And it's a wonderful feeling, a wonderful experience.
Being with the other seniors that, we're taking the pictures, we take pictures of each other. I love when we did this project where they hung our pictures through the projects, through the Queensbridge neighborhood, where the other tenants in the neighborhood got to see the pictures, which they was very excited about seeing.
I learned how to take better pictures.
I think the biggest thing I learned is that you can continue to learn to not let a new technique throw you off. You never know when something is going to appeal to you, because sometimes you get comfortable, especially as you get older.
It made me look at what's going on around me. It really focused. I'm like, okay, this is not right, or changes that I see in the neighborhood that are different from all around, and it just opened my eyes to things that's happening.
Life is like an amazing journey. You never know what will come by your path. And like, I talk to people and, I show them out, the pictures, and they're excited. And I, try to encourage them to take a class, because, you don't have to, I learned you don't have to be a photographer to take great pictures. I enjoy taking pictures and I enjoy sharing, and it's beautiful. You got to get out of your comfort zone. But, I'm learning to ease up and saying, you have to make pictures, they make memories. And, it's something to show and share with your family, for a lifetime.
Photography to me means being able to see objects, people, the world in the different eyes. I have the eyes that I was naturally born with, but once you get behind the camera lens and you start looking, it's like you see everything, anything, everything, a lot of things, a lot of nice things, sometimes not so nice things. But photography has really given me the opportunity to open up my eyes and look very, very carefully.